Howdy folks, it is Diecast Buffet here again. Kyle Larson gets his second win at Sonoma. What a very interesting road course race. I was actually kind of surprised how much happened with a next-gen car at a road course. Generally, it's kind of boring, so we'll be talking about that in today's video. Huge congratulations to the 5 team getting that win in the Valvoline paint scheme. I know a lot of people like that livery. You could pre-order the Race to Win diecast over there from our good friends at Circle B Diecast. I'm sure they'll be making a 124 and 164, so you can pre-order that. Use promo code DiecastBuffet. Save on shipping, why not? A lot of good stuff coming out this summertime with the 2024 and 2024 Ford Mustang and the 2024 Toyota Camry. The new diecast molds, stay tuned for that. Make sure to have those pre-orders set, because I can almost guarantee you when they first show up, they're going to be very hot sellers. So good opportunity to make sure those are pre-ordered. Let's talk about today's Sonoma race. So finally, the Fox portion of the schedule is coming to an end. I can't wait for NASCAR and NBC. The camera angles, the commentary, just everything about NBC, in my opinion, is a better racing product in terms of a broadcast. So I cannot wait. I'm not a huge fan of Iowa, but I'm just about as hyped for Iowa as I am for Daytona, because I just want a new broadcast to watch. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I saw the Xfinity race yesterday. Great racing. I'm glad to see the Xfinity Series go off the Fox networks. Hopefully the CW does a great job. I really hope they do. Yeah, so hopefully they do. But anyways, Sonoma Xfinity was great. The Cup race, it was kind of the tale of two different races. And the reason why, like for the first 25, maybe 40% of the race, there was a buttload of cautions. It was really fun. I actually enjoyed it. I know people were, oh, it's just a demolition derby. Too many wrecks, X, Y, and Z. Look, I've seen enough boring next-gen races at road courses, so when I see a crash fest starting to break out, I actually love it. I think it's fun. It creates strategy. It takes out heavy hitters. It mixes it up. The restarts are fun. More crashes, the better. That's just me. I know, contrarian. Great racing in terms of the restarts. But once they stopped wrecking so much, they started getting a little bit single file. For a good, like, I don't know, 20 to 30% of the race in the middle, nothing really happened. It was just running laps. Just running laps around the road course. You did have a little bit of contrarian strategy. Some people pitting early, some people pitting late. But, like, the organic racing, it was extremely hard to pass. Even with you had better tires, better race car, better driver, it was just hard to pass. And that's what makes Sonoma racing nowadays look nothing like it did in years past, and why Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6 Sonoma was so much better in my honest opinion. However, the last 20 laps of the race, Kyle Larson, he was off on a separate tire strategy compared to the race leaders, Chris Buescher and Mark Truex Jr. He was able to drive up, I think, from just inside the top 10 all the way to the top 3, navigated around Truex and Buescher as they were battling, and took the lead and held on for the win. Awesome for the 5 team. Love seeing the Valvoline car win. But yeah, I obviously it's a very popular driver that wins, so it's going to be known as more of a better event. But in terms of the sheer quality of racing, it's exactly what I unfortunately thought it would be. Very hard to pass. Without cautions, this would have been just as bland as COTA, in my opinion. But hey, at least the Xfinity race was a lot of fun. But it was better than I expected, because the wrecks early on really shook it up. It damaged Logano's car, which kind of took him out of the running. Tyler Reddick could not get his track position back. And that's what I miss about Sonoma, is the parity and the strategy, and just having those untimely cautions that screws everything up. That's what I miss about Sonoma. In terms of the new pavement, I really don't know what the difference is, because last year's race, it was hard to pass. This year's race, it seemed like it's the same. Obviously, it's much faster. I could just visually see the laps go by quicker, which is really weird, because I'm so used to them going to turn 7, the laps kind of taking a while, and I'm like, holy cow, they're already on the S's on the backstretch. So the track is much faster, but yeah, it's just a next gen car, guys. That's really what it is. Anyways, I'm glad it's in the books. Road course racing for the Cup Series for me is just I just can't get geeked up about it anymore. It's just I don't know. Finally, they're going to a new racetrack, Iowa. It's been, 18 years in the making since Iowa gets their Cup date. They built this track in the mid-2000s, and finally they're going to get their chance at having a Cup race. Apparently, it's a night race. I didn't remember that, so that's great. I love night racing. In fact, I actually like these summertime day races that have, lights at the track. I want them to rain. I love night races. We get so few night races every year. I actually want them to rain, so they push it into the nighttime. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, Iowa is great. And I generally don't know how it's going to play out because Iowa is kind of like a little bit more banking than Richmond. So is it going to race like Rockingham with the Cup cars? Or is it going to race like Richmond with the Cup cars? I have no idea. I've seen plenty of truck races and Xfinity races at Iowa. It's not the most action-packed track, but it's better than Richmond. So take that for what you will. That's just my honest 2 cents. Hopefully it's a great race. I really look forward to the new NBC broadcast. I know Dale Jr. is not going to be doing the commentary, which is going to be kind of a bummer. But at this point, NBC could call the Iowa race from the parking lot, and it would still be a better broadcast quality probably than Fox. We're just going to keep it real. I mean, the odds of them missing a crash, completely just going to a random camera angle that the broadcast team's not even talking about, it's pretty low. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're way better. So, finally, the Fox portion of the schedule is over. And then next year, they're going to have less races. I think it's going to stop around like May 15th, give or take. So that's really exciting. Less Fox races. They don't have the Xfinity Series anymore. Unfortunately, they still have the Truck Series, which means they'll probably be calling it from the Charlotte studio parking lot with like wind in their mic as they're calling the championship truck race because apparently it's a big deal. So let's just call it from the Charlotte studio and not send any broadcast people there. I'm kidding. Or am I? What do y'all think about today's Sonoma race? Huge congratulations to Kyle Larson. Love seeing the 5-team win. Chase Elliott had a top 5. Great looking race car, I might add, for that 9 camp. That's a cool piece. All in all, it was better. It was definitely the best next-gen road course race, probably, in my opinion. It was better than 2022 COTA. It had enough wrecks. It had enough battle of attrition to give it kind of a little bit of an old-school vibe. And the end of the race was really fun to watch. But they still got a lot of work to be done on these next-gen cars. And I genuinely don't think it will ever be fixed until Gen 8. Or if they were to go, and run an Xfinity chassis on a next-gen body. That's my honest take on that. So thank you all for watching. Have a blessed one. If you haven't seen some of my videos this week, we've been posting again. Check out some of my recent videos I posted. I did a full diecast video on how diecast wear and deteriorate, about how to prevent diecast from yellowing and stuff like that. So if you're a passionate diecast collector, check out that video. You might learn some things in there and how to preserve your cars and your own collection and why some of these diecasts have yellowed over time. So if you're a diecast enthusiast, you might be interested to go check it out. So go look at it. I'll have a link down below in the description. Make sure to check that out. And, of course, we've had some diecast hauls this week as well. So make sure to go watch those if you're looking for your NASCAR fix. We got some cool stuff for the channel this week. So thank you all for watching. Have a blessed one, everybody. Diecast Buffet, signing off.